So Gerrit Cole takes another giant step in his progression. He's one step closer to the mound. Let's talk about it. Hey, gang. I hope you're all doing well. So, obviously, later on, I'll be back with the lineup for tonight's game against the Oakland A's. Game 3, they're tied at 1, a game apiece. And I'll have it for you later on. But I wanted to get you this news that Gerrit Cole has progressed from 30 pitches, 30 throws at 70 feet to 50 throws at 120 feet. And he's one step. He's the next step is to get on the mound. So he's got windy out over here. Ooh, it's starting to rain too. He's taken huge steps in his development back towards being on this mound, which is fantastic news. It really, really is. And I hope to continue to report this type of stuff. I really, really do. Now, with that said, my God, it's raining over here. Let me. I'm going to pivot a little bit here. Okay. With that said, the other guys in the rotation have been holding their own. And they really have. We don't have a single pitcher in the rotation with an ERA over 4. It's fantastic. So really, really commend their performance. I'm happy that they're doing what they're doing. I'm looking forward to having our ace, 2023 Cy Young Award winner Gerrit Cole back in this rotation. I don't know what's going to happen, whether Nestor Cortez is going to get bumped to long relief, Luis Hill's going to get bumped to the bullpen. We don't know yet. We really don't know. So, but, that still remains to be seen. Tonight we have, I think, who do we have? Clark Schmidt coming tonight. And we have Nestor Cortez going tomorrow against the A's. So that's who we have against the A's. But this is good news to report on Gerrit Cole. Now, speaking of starting pitching news, by the way, if you want to be kept up on all the Yankees news, okay, like just regular chats, you want to join the live streams, and you're not subbed to this channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button before you leave. Hit the notifications as well. I thank you so much for it. Okay, and I want to make sure you don't miss anything. So, speaking of starting pitchers, remember Blake Snell? He got put on the IL yesterday. So, with an adductor strain. And I've said this before. I felt that he was, rushed back after the super extended offseason for him, where he didn't really sign until pretty much the start of the season. And so he hasn't really had an opportunity. He's already been on the mound a couple times with the Giants. So, and now he's on the IL. Unfortunately, that's a reality right now. There's a lot of pitchers going down. But this could have been an avoidable situation, in all honesty. I'm really happy that the same situation is not happening to Jordan Montgomery with the Diamondbacks. Okay? I'm happy that they're taking their time with him and bringing him back, especially now that Merrill Kelly went on the IL last night too. It sounds like he's going to miss at least a month. Pretty much their number 2 pitcher. So, you have Zach Allen over there. You got Merrill Kelly. You got Eduardo Rodriguez. You got Jordan Montgomery. So it's making a pretty solid rotation. One of them's down now, so they got to be more responsible with the guys that they have. But so unfortunate news for Blake Snell. It really is. And but I'm also very glad that the Yankees are taking their time. I mean, Gerrit Cole's not eligible to come off the IL until May 27th anyway, so he won't be. He can't be up here before that anyway. He's on a 60-day IL, so that's when it ends. So, but this gives them time to continue to do what they're doing. Maybe get him on the mound, maybe get him in a couple of rehab games, right? And get him to the point where he can come back here and be a seamless transition, and they won't have to upheave the whole rotation. It won't be a complete overhaul or it won't throw anything to chaos. So smooth sailing. And again, I'm glad that the Yankees have guys like Luke Weaver and Cody Poteet and eventually JT Brubaker, who they traded for a month ago from the Pirates, to serve as long relief spot starters and swingmen, which I say this again, it serves as protection for the starters in the rotation and the short relievers. And again, there's a lot of folks out there that think the bullpen is gassed right now. I wouldn't say gassed. They've been hit recently. I wouldn't say gassed, but they have played. I mean, this 14-game stretch that they're going to play right now without any schedule off day is going to be 17 consecutive days once it's over. 17 consecutive games. So that's a lot. Thankfully, the starters have been giving us a little bit more length and easing the burden on the bullpen. But hopefully, we'll see some more of these swingman type guys to save some of the bullpen arms. But Caleb Ferguson had a much better game last night. He was hit pretty hard the last couple games. People were very frustrated, and understandably so. He was much better last night. He was fantastic last night. So, we still need some, better production from a couple guys, Dennis Santana and a couple other folks. So, and I do think that over time they'll get that. And I think once we get more reinforcements here with Tommy Canley, Scott Efros, Lou Trevino, a couple of the other guys, we have some weaponry coming back here. So the reinforcements will definitely help. And the guys coming off the IL, the offensive players like DJ and John Birdie, will give a little bit of relief to some of the starters that we have now, especially the ones that are not producing. So it gives the Yankees more flexibility without having to option players, without having to make a trade, even though I think they're probably quietly scouting the market to see if a trade can be made. I wouldn't be surprised if they did make one, but for who, I have no idea. So, but I'll keep you updated on that regardless. But I wanted to get you this Gerrit Cole news because it was very encouraging. I was very excited to hear it, very excited to report it and share it with you all. And again, we need Gerrit Cole. We need our ace back. We really, really do. And it's encouraging to see him make that type of progress. And again, the next step for him is to get on the mound, pitch off the mound. So hopefully that'll be a smooth transition too. So need him to continue to stay healthy, come back to the mound. It sounds like all signs are pointing towards him feeling good, feeling recovered, and that's a great thing. It really, really is a great thing. So, and I'm very much looking forward to having him back on the mound with the Yankees in the Bronx or wherever they're going to be. So we need him, especially if we're going to make a deep playoff run. We need a race. And, it would be a breath of fresh air because the majority of the aces for most teams are out of commission on the IL. Most of them, a lot of them are out for the season. And Justin Verlander's coming back now with the Astros, but the Astros are also 10 games under 500 right now. So they are way worse than people thought they were going to be. They seem to be as bad as some folks thought the Yankees were going to be. And it isn't really the case. So the Yankees are, I think, playing better than people thought they were going to play. Even though they've had some patchy spots and unproductive areas, they're still 16-8, despite that. Without production, really real production from Aaron Judge for the majority of the season, well, any production from Gleyber Torres, just starting to get production from Anthony Rizzo. So, thankfully we have guys like Oswaldo Cabrera and Giancarlo Stanton and Alex Verdugo showing some semblance of consistency. And once we get Anthony Volpe back in the groove, I think they'll be in pretty good shape. But that's the Gerrit Cole news right now. And it's the Blake Snell news. Gerrit Cole's on his way back. Blake Snell's heading in the opposite direction, unfortunately. So I'll keep you updated on everything else. So stay tuned. Have a great day. Go Yankees.